Some cities look like they were designed with a blueprint. Others, like someone dropped a box of Lego during an earthquake. But there was a time when Japan thought it could do empire better. Not just conquer, but build, create, impress. While European powers were looting colonies and pretending it was for civilization, Japan tried something slicker. Model colonies. It wanted a tropical Kyoto. Enter Taichung. They sent their top urban planners, mapped it like a European capital, and said, "This is how a modern empire rolls. Parks, riverside boulevard, colonial architecture." It was propaganda in red brick and perfect angles. Japan wanted to show the West, "We are not like you. We don't just take, we improve. Look at our buildings," forgetting that the West thought exactly the same things. So, why did it all fall apart? So why Taichung? Not Taipei, not Kaohsiung, because Taichung was empty, flat, a blank slate. A place where Japan could build their fantasy from scratch. They dreamed of a Kyoto with palm trees, so they got to work. Taichung Station, the Green River Embankment, Taichung Park, wide boulevard, tree-lined streets, colonial residences, even the trees were chosen to match the aesthetic. It was control through beauty and imperialism in perfect symmetry, like if Osman had brought zoning laws instead of wide boulevard, or the British Empire had enforced good taste instead of cricket and trains. So what happened? Japan laid the blueprint, the Kuomintang ate it, and China printed a duplicate on AliExpress. In 1945, Japan lost, and the Kuomintang showed up like fugitives with a flag, broke, bitter, and ready to start over on someone else's island. Taiwan became their temporary base to one day retake China. They did not care about beauty, they cared about space, housing, propaganda, control. Japanese shrines demolished, schools renamed, buildings painted over, plastered with slogans, or left to rot. Aesthetics were a colonial infection to be scrubbed out. And the Kuomintang built fast. Military housing, cement blocks, no zoning, no taste, just survival. Forget beauty. The Kuomintang built like they were afraid of emotions. Cement everywhere. Taiwan's aesthetic era over. You know, like in Taichung. But what is zoning? A myth, Taichung said. Let's put a funeral home next to a bubble tea shop, next to a karaoke bar that sells shrimp. Urban whiplash. Quick aside, zoning laws are what tell you what kind of buildings can go where, so you don't end up with a kindergarten next to a funeral home or a temple wedged between a nightclub and a garbage plant. But even in the chaos, traces of Japan's dream refused to vanish. What survived? Accidental monuments. Some of it somehow survived, not because anyone loved it, but because it was useful or pretty or expensive to knock down. Miyahara used to be an eye clinic. Now it sells overpriced pineapple cakes under stained glass. But the building is beautiful. That saved it. Actually, I forgot what is the specialty here. I thought it was ice cream.
Yeah, I thought it's ice cream, but maybe...
It's not pineapple cake?
No, pineapple cake also.
So much people for ice cream. At least it's cool. So which flavor did you take?
I don't know which one is which one. I took two. One is fruity flavor, pineapple with passion fruits.
Yeah.
And the other one I forgot, like tea.
This must be tea. This one is tea? Ah, this one is also a fruity one?
The fruity one.
Oh, can I try?
It's like a sorbet. Not bad.
And you also have like two pineapple cakes. This one is very beautiful. And it's good now.
Oh, I like it.
Very good. Taichung Prefectural Hall, still used as a government office, built strong, too costly to replace. That's it. The Natural Way 6 Arts Center, a Japanese martial arts dojo, survived because nobody knew what to do with it. Now it's a cultural space, tea ceremonies, calligraphy, time machine vibes. Even the old train station is still standing, next to a shiny modern one. It's like seeing your grandpa next to his Instagram model grandson. Escape from the city. What Taichung leads to? Taichung might be ugly, but get out of it and things get interesting. Kyoto, a Japanese-era forestry experiment that turned into a living museum. It was not just preserved, it was engineered. Cryptomeria groves, bamboo ponds, canopy trails, all designed for science, not scenery. The Japanese mapped the forest, logged selectively, and replanted with terrifying precision. Kyoto was not built to be pretty, it just aged that way.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in this video, but please
subscribe!
Xinjiang feels like Switzerland with sheep, but it was once a military outpost and agricultural experiment. First, the Japanese mapped and studied its terrain, then the KMT repurposed it to house displaced veterans. Many of these soldiers uprooted from mainland China were given land in these remote highlands. They brought high mountain farming with them, tea, fruit, survival, now it's sheep, fences and tourists. But the place was picked for defense and farming, not scenery. And now, somehow, we go from military trauma to skiing. Because Japan looked at a freezing mountain and said, let's build a snow resort. Howanshan, the Japanese wanted snow, so they went up, built trails, carved roads, installed weather stations. These hikes, built to conquer, not enjoy. Guguan Hot Springs, old school onsen vibe, built as a retreat for Japanese soldiers and officials to relax between conquering things. Still steaming, still working, these days it's not just about soaking. There are serious hikes around here too, like the 7 Heroes Trail.
Okay, so this is the beginning, and yeah, they basically say it's 7.2 kilometer round trip, 6 to 7 hours. So okay, so around the third is done now. Not that easy, like physically. There are noises. I wonder what the fuck it is. Is it pigs or monkeys? So I don't know if it's what kind of bird it is. Ah, here I see a monkey. Here, have a better view. Yeah, it's much better here.
And now, there is a Hoshinoya resort, fancy Japanese hotel right where the Empire guys used to take bubble bath. Same place, just better towers and Wi-Fi. Turns out, when the city stopped trying to be anything, it actually became something. Okay, so Taichung is a mess, but what if that is exactly why it is interesting? One empire wanted beauty, the other wanted control. Taichung chose neither. This city was not just ruined, it was set free. No rules, no grand plan, just people building whatever the hell they wanted. And yeah, that means wires everywhere and a kindergarten next to a nightclub, but it also means this: Rainbow Village. Some random World War II vet woke up one day and turned his doomed military housing into a psychedelic art project. Now it's a global Instagram landmark. Take that, urban planners! Shenji New Village, a former dormitory cluster turned into a design hub filled with indie shops, art spaces, and tofu-themed cafe. Nothing polished, nothing perfect, just a creative mess that works.
Ça va bientôt falloir qu'on y aille. Okay, we have to go now to take our bus, but very cool place. Especially like even the buildings around here are cool. Like it's new, like a bunch of new buildings, very cool.
Animation Lane, a back alley that somehow became a tourist spot by getting covered in anime murals. It's kitsch, it's random, it breaks every rule of urban planning. And somehow it slaps. Cultural Heritage Park and Fusion Space 1962. All industrial buildings turned into exhibition halls, music venues, and art labs. Half preservation, half reinvention. Proof that even the most forgotten corners of Taichung can end up on someone's weekend itinerary. In the art scene, when no one is enforcing good taste, you get experimental galleries in old factories, punk bands, playing in temples and cafes that look like your weird uncle's basement. Taichung is not a failed Kyoto. It's a city that outlived its colonizers and said, "My turn." You want pretty postcards? Go to Thailand. You want a city that feels alive? This might be it. Outro. Why this matters? Every empire leaves behind a corpse. Taichung dressed it up, made it funky, and threw a party. This is not a city frozen in history, it's a city that chewed up history and spit out something new. Ugly, maybe, but honest, and that's why it matters. Kyoto was a dream, but Taichung, that's a remix.
So, what is worth saving? What does Taiwan actually have before it all gets erased? That is exactly what I break down in my ultimate Taiwan guide. It's not just a list, it's the real answer to this entire video. Link is right here.